Hi Leo, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you a timeless tarot reading. Thank you so much for joining me. Do keep in mind this is general, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. You know the drill is what I'm getting. But as well, thank you in advance for your love and support in the form of likes, comments, and of course subscriptions to the channel if you haven't done so already. Okay, I'm hearing for some it's an adjustment to a new environment, a new perspective potentially. That's taking place at this time. But do keep in mind, whenever you were drawn or guided to this reading, this video, it's meant for you. There's something for you, okay? But let's begin and pull from this tarot deck that I recently added to my collection. They're saying I tried to use it in a past reading for a different sign, and I ended up having to redo that reading altogether because this was meant to be used for you first and foremost, okay? Now hearing a colorful chapter for my lovely Leos. If you're new to this channel, to this Leo tribe, I'm a Leo sun, so we are, okay, two of the same or just very similar. For Leo. Thinking about connections, okay? Thinking about people, the emotions that you're experiencing, or thinking about past heartbreak with the Three of Swords. It's coming to be for a reason, okay? You could be picking up on other people's emotions, feelings, right? Okay, for some, a little bit of depression, or just even picking up on other people's slow way of being, all right, or lack of motivation. But I find that you'll easily dig for that motivation when need be, or you'll just cleanse your energy or work through it, or learn from your moments of emotion and just move right past it, okay? I do sense that some Leos drawn to this reading have started a new chapter or heading towards one, or finishing up a situation or a chapter where things just feel slow moving, okay? A lot of you have exited a very fast-paced, very busy part of your path, and not to say that's not going to take place again moving forward, or potentially in a different way, but I do sense that you're needing to adapt to how you're feeling, right? How much energy you do have. Of course, find other ways to increase your energy or to feel more motivated, but don't be so quick to add to it when you feel the need to rest, or just to not do as much as you feel inclined to or normally would, okay? Healing is a must at this time. I do feel like you're meant to be one with the slow pace once again. Us being fire signs, naturally, we need to remember there are other placements within our chart, and so we do act differently at times, or we just do enjoy that slow pace, right? Just because we're a fire sign doesn't mean we need to go 24/7, or we need to, what I'm hearing, excuse me as I stutter, we don't need to burn the candle on both ends, all right? But I do feel as if there's just some hard work you're putting in, getting things done, accomplishing things slowly but surely. And I sense that some are getting back to work, or just moving forward in a very productive, methodical way, okay? The layers of your path, your life, and even the layers of you as a soul and individual are coming into play as I'm drawn to this bark tree sort of layered imagery. But I do sense that you're thinking about other people and what they go through, feeling very empathic, feeling very sympathetic is the word I'm getting. Here we go, Seven of Pentacles. So feeling quite grounded, feeling connected to the earth in a lot of ways, and wanting things to be more in place, or just more, a lot neater than they once were. I even feel like that goes for energy and just the feeling of things as well, wanting to remain in control or get back to that way of being, but needing to realize that at all times you don't need to be in control, right? To go with the flow, to let the outcome of things sort of be a bit mysterious, right? Or just in spirit's hand, or just in the universe's hands, whatever, however you want to view it, to allow for that to be a nice balance to when you do feel and enjoy that level of control, right? Because I do sense that letting go of the outcome or the overall success of something is going to help you gain more rewards, more progress with it all the meanwhile. For some, that's an online business. For some, that's, your work, your money increase. It could be more than one thing. It could be you trying to manifest a relationship, or certain friends, or just the success of certain situations or one big one in your life at this time. Okay, the reconnecting with certain people. You're going to find, if you haven't already, and even more so moving forward, if this has already happened, that those who you're meant to reconnect with will feel drawn to you when you're most ready, when they need you the most. It all just feels very connected. To be a Leo is to be powerful. I've said this in my readings multiple times before, and I feel like some of your skill sets are being increased in just highlighted and making you feel empowered at this time. So remember to continue, or just to bring back that going with the flow approach, but kind of balance it out with being methodical, being a bit analytical, but trust where your heart is leading you, because hasn't that worked out for you recently? Even if it feels like at times it's push you to backtrack and then, or to take several steps back so that you could propel forward, it's all happening for a reason, okay? But I do sense that memories are coming back into play. Gratuity, compliments, and praise coming towards you moving forward in so many ways, okay? Okay, to be a Leo is to stand proud. And it's obviously a trait that we have, but at times it can get in your way. But I do sense that at this time, standing proud, standing confidently, which we do ultra well, naturally, that's going to benefit you on so many levels, whether it's to make the best out of a situation you wish to come to an end, or the beginning of something, a new chapter for some. I do sense that you are needing to just taste the sweetness of the simplicity as you approach certain levels of success, okay? You'll do what you got to do when you got to do it. You need to trust that, okay? But I do feel like you're thinking about past endings, or even potentially thinking about, for some, you just jumped into a situation and thinking about whether that's going to end at a certain point or just when it will, and thinking very much ahead. But do tread carefully with that, because I do feel like you will burn yourself out when there's other ways you could be putting other, how can I put this? There's other levels of success you could be putting your energy and resources towards, okay? So just tread lightly, okay? Travel lightly, and just go on adventures. I feel the need to say, when you feel intuitively guided or just spiritually guided to go on adventures, I would absolutely recommend it. It's, if you've done so recently, it benefited you in certain ways, even if it exhausted you, right? You're learning more about who you're meant to be in this lifetime, even if you don't think so. Money and career is going to be on your mind, some of which, drawn to this reading, are about to, or preparing to take certain steps towards more entrepreneurship, more independence, more financial, I want to say gambles, but really it's so strategic and so thought out and methodical that it's not. Even if it is viewed as a big gamble or just a waste in certain other people's eyes, you need to trust where you're meant to head, what you're meant to achieve on your individual path. Keeping an open eye and open ear, rather, for certain outside influences, opinions, judgments, because I do feel like there's certain benefits at certain times, but I feel you are so guided heavily by spirit, paired with your intuition, that you don't need to stress over how other people are viewing you or what they have to say about what you're doing next. You're about to prove people wrong, okay, however that works for you. One specific person keeps coming to mind for a reason, who doubted you, all right? I just heard peace and love, namaste, as I put my hands in a very prayer position, all right? Allow for oneself to recognize that what you don't realize about the future of your business, your career, your job situation, or even your finances, it's purposeful. You don't need to know everything at this time in order to move forward confidently. And you've proven that over time, and even recently for some. So allow for yourself to, again, stand proud and recognize that spirit, the universe, will remove that blindfold in certain ways, or just parts of which, when it's meant to be. Now, your guarded way of being needs to be reassessed at certain points in order to allow new connections in. For some of you, a specific connection you are manifesting wholeheartedly and successfully, but you need to go through certain levels of healing, growth. This came up in the daily I just did, and you just need to maybe go through some developments spiritually or just on a soul level before that connection, or just certain connections, can come in, happening at the right time. Your connection to the moon will feel quite large in certain ways, but your connection to water more so. This came up in a past, I want to say, timeless reading that I did for you, And it reminds me of when I went to go to the store, right? I went for a walk and it was raining because I haven't acquired a car in my new living situation yet. And it started downpouring, but it didn't feel negative, right? And it cleansed my energy so thoroughly that it just felt good. There's going to be moments like that where you need to just embrace it and recognize, again, everything's happening for a reason. We need you to feel clear minded. A release of the fog recently or moving forward will just make you feel better, okay? But a release of the fog doesn't mean all the clarity you desire coming in right off the bat, okay? Or just when you want it. You'll get what you need when you need it, okay? And you may even remind others of that in certain ways. There's going to be so much abundance flowing in because of a change you made or will make moving forward. You need to remember that, and it will help you heal, mend one's heart and emotions, your soul in certain ways from what you've been through, okay? The harassment you were wrapped up with or just dealt with that came towards you in certain ways, it taught you a lot, okay? Even if you can't put your finger on those lessons just yet, you'll recognize them when the time is meant for you. Balance is key at this time. As I'm looking at the scale, you may have heavy Libra in your chart or be guided to or feel as if Libras are guided to you for a lot of reasons. Things feeling very boxed in certain ways, and that pushes you to want a release or just a level of freedom. That's also purposeful. As I was seeing these pentacles, so it could be something involving your money, making you feel a bit closed in at times and potentially a bit claustrophobic. Even if that's just energy wise, and therefore needing to just kind of shake it up and go for an adventure, or just travel somewhere new, or go associate oneself with somebody who would give you a level of comfort in a different way. Does that make sense? It may even be more so a connection that's making you feel a bit boxed in, but everything's purposeful like that as well. You're going to be thinking about your happily ever after, where you want to be living wise, career-wise, money-wise. There's a financially comfortable future ahead for you. I've said this before, and I really do feel like your independence is shining for all to see. Even if at certain times things feel a bit bold and overwhelming in certain ways, but they're going to feel more so regularly outside of that, easygoing, chill, right? Your earth placements definitely coming into play, as we do have a lot of earth energy, pentacle energy on the board. And I really do feel like you are embodying this Nine of Pentacles and King of Pentacles way of being, where you're just bold, you're confident, you're independent, and that's inspiring to other people, okay? They're now saying hold your cards close to your chest and you trust your intuition as to who is meant to be trusted moving forward, as you gain a level of justice for all that you've been through in a negative sense, but also for just the ups and downs, okay? It's time for you to recognize that you deserve more than life has offered you, and there's a lot of travel ahead for you as the wheel turns for you in your favor, all right? Stay confident once again and own whatever you decide to wrap oneself up in, but remember, go with the flow, all right? So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Leo.